just right here. Okay, catching jugs, all things to do with ball skills, especially when we're just talking straight on catches. So our big 4 things really are full extension, tight hands, obviously catching with our eyes, like tight eyes, and then full speed catches. So we want to continually run our feet through the catch. When we're catching on the jugs, there's really a couple different hand positionings you're going to run into. You've all heard about the basket and the diamond. Now, one thing that we really like to do is incorporate tennis ball catches before. We'll cover one eye, go one-handed catches each side, and then we'll throw it straight on to the side, back shoulder on each side, okay? And what a tennis ball does is it forces our hands to be tight. That's what we really want. A lot of guys they have troubles catching the ball because their hands aren't tight. We want tight hands going to the catch point. When we're talking about the different hand placements, so if you're going to be running this way and the ball's coming to you on your right side as you're running this way, your left hand's going to be over top and your right hand's going to be underneath. How your thumbs are usually going to catch it are going to be a little bit overlapped like this. But really, what this positioning is, it's the strength of having a one-hander with your right hand like this and a left hand and one hand over top like this. It's going to be the exact same thing on the other side. So same thing, this time it'll be like this. So really your left hand's guiding. It'll be different for everybody. But tight hands over, right hand over top. So if you're right hand dominant, these catches are usually really, really good, easy for you. Because you see, whenever guys are playing around doing one-handers, they go like this with their right hand over top. You don't really see guys doing left hand over top. And then you'll find, like, surprisingly, your left-handed one-handers are probably pretty damn good, just because you're used to that really like guiding the bottom of the ball. So that's that. And then low balls, we want to catch the back of the ball, or sorry, the front of the ball. We don't want to catch the back, right? Some guys, you'll see when your hand placement when you catch the low balls like this. Same thing, we want it tight. Full extension. We want to decrease break point to catch point. And a part of that is our extension of our arms. So the break point is wherever we break, whatever type of break it is, even if it's a slant, curl, V-cut, 180, whatever. We want to decrease the area from us to the quarterback where the ball is being thrown. So we want to cut the ball off. We want to stop the ball's momentum. Tight, strong hands. Same thing with high balls. And so that's really catching. We've gotten obsessed with attacking the ball, really working on that, and it just feels so good. You'll see a couple examples here. Boom, tight hands, I'm running my feet through the ball. A lot of people will either jump when the ball's, anywhere, like even if it's not jumpable, like we want to keep our feet on the ground. The Steelers used to fine guys for jumping for balls that weren't, catchable without jumping. So even if it's right up here, we want to force ourselves to stay on the ground, because if we leave the ground, we have no power. Like I said, continuous movement of the feet. Some guys will chop their feet or they'll slow down. We want to run through the catch, continuous stride. If you were to block my upper body when I'm catching a ball, you'd be able to see no difference in my feet. You couldn't tell when I caught the ball, but go watch your own film, block your upper body off, and you'll find that you'll be able to see when you're catching the ball. So breaking those habits and becoming elite with your full speed catches and ball skills to everything. Another thing too, when you get balls in this mid area, don't say uncomfortable catches. As soon as you say uncomfortable, you attach a meaning to those type of catches that they're difficult for you, but they're not difficult. You just need to work on them more. With this, what you're going to find, it's going to sound crazy, but these mid balls, you're actually, when it's right here, you're going to find that your left hand will be underneath and your right hand will be over top like this. So your left hand will be underneath when it's a mid ball around right here. When it's on this side, your right hand will be underneath, your left hand will be over top. In order to really make it smooth, you'll see the best catches in the mid balls, boom, like that. Or very decisive, belt buckle, you gotta be decisive. You're either gonna go boom here or hit with the low hands, like a low ball in that mid area, but really being decisive. There's nothing wrong with if a mid ball is back here, back shoulder, anything like that, even like right here, catching it like that. The only thing you have to think about is you don't want it to cross your eyes, and if you have a defender behind you, you need to go snatch it with this hand positioning because he's gonna be right there. There's not many guys that catch the ball like this. Usually when you catch a ball like that, it comes a little bit, at least midline. We work a ton of one-handers to work on this very thing. And so if you have troubles catching these balls right here, working on one-handers is actually phenomenal for it because your right hand will become so good at tracking the ball that boom, it's thrown there, boom, I'm right there, easy. Because some guys, their hand will get underneath, or it's just so gapped. Like, really be confident with that hand and your ability to guide the ball. Same thing the other way. Then when we talk about drop steps, okay? So on a hitch, any sort of break where you don't need to run to the ball. So there's a difference between a full speed catch and you'll turn on field catch and turn, and between, you know, really like you have no momentum going that way, you just want to get that way as quick as possible. So with anywhere on your right, your left side, for me here, boom, I'm drop stepping. It's not a hop, it's just boom, I'm shifting my hips to be able to go that way. In order for me to go that way, my hips need to be facing this way, right? Other side would be the exact same thing. Then when this applies to back shoulder balls, if you have enough time, if the ball isn't just on you now, you'll be able to flip your hips like that. So say throw them this way, boom, flip my hips, go that way. Throw them back here, boom, flip my hips, go that way. So we're gonna show you a couple of those examples right now. First one, mid ball each side, or yeah, mid ball each side. So you can see my left hand's underneath, and depending on how low it goes, that's how we're catching it on the left side of our body. Mid ball the other way. Perfect. So see, I'm catching it with my left hand over top, my right hand's underneath like that. So this would be a bad example of catching the ball. See, I'm catching it in my body, my elbows are all wide. It's not very good. I'm kind of letting it get in my body. This would be, you know, a catch that we'd like. Full extension, tight hands, tight eyes, I'm catching, I'm attacking it. And there's a difference. There's two different situations you'll get. One where you maybe fade away so you can feel it. One where you need to attack the ball. But when in doubt, work on attacking the ball because that's more difficult. So if we were to go to the other side, just showing you the hand positioning. Boom, left hand over top, right hand underneath, right? And then if we were to work on one-handers, we're just right here. And I'm working on that hand placement. That's the purpose of one-handers, not to be flashy, but to assist in your one-hand catching. Just the right side, only underneath the ball, boom. Stop the ball. We don't want to just like, you know, guide the ball. We want to stop the ball in its tracks. Here would be an example of a drop step of each side. So boom, my hips are there and I can just go that way. One on the right side here. Boom. Same thing, hand positioning, tight hands, boom. Catching away from my body. Confident catches. This would be a bad example of a full speed catch. Let me do that again. So, what we really want to do though is just be smooth through it. So now I'll show you. See how my feet never stop there? And it's a little different because we're on the jugs here. We'll do one on the other side. You can't tell when I'm catching the ball as opposed to maybe someone like this. See that difference? It's huge when it comes down to the milliseconds of the game. It's a game of inches, right? Here's a back shoulder drop step. That's right here. You can see there, I'm right here. Look at my hips and able to run this way. Same thing, full extension, confident catching. That's catching one-on-one.
I'm not sure. I'm a reasonable person, I don't know. Maybe I want to satisfy myself that the place is nothing more than it appears to be.